falling and I can't get up.
Ah, you're done, Urkel. You're done, Winslow.
Why are you doing this to us? Why?
Because you're America's favorite ethnic family. Because I can't explain to my own goddamn son as to why we're not as perfect as you. Because if I break your family, Carl Winslow, I break America.
Quick, Steve! Hit him with the rocket launcher you invented.
Did I do that?
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, you did.
Family Matters, fistful of Urkel. So be sure to check out Boner Factory's new movie, Family Matters, Fistful of Urkel. And if sensuality is more of your thing, be sure to go to your local adult theater and check out Family Matters, Urkel's Circle Jerkle.
Faggots who are offended by the word faggots. This show is not for you. You guys want good, then we'll stab you. You guys want good, then we'll diddle you. You guys want good, then blood us. You guys want good, you guys want good, you guys want good, you guys want good, you guys want good.
Episode number 2, motherfucker.
Yeah, buddy.
Back again, dude. It's exciting.
Yeah, after many trials and tribulations,
Yeah.
we're on our second episode.
We want to go ahead and apologize to anybody watching or listening. If the audio quality is kind of fucky, we're going to have to mess with it. We just sat here and fucked with it for a while and had to go live.
Yeah.
We've been dealing with some issues, like sounding like we're in cans and shit.
I'm wondering if our mixer's on the fritz.
It's going left. It's going right. Yes! But how's everybody doing? I'm happy to be back this week.
Yeah.
I've had a pretty shit day, but everything kind of made a turnaround once I got here. So
Yeah, it's been a day. I went to Guitars and Less here in Coleman, got us some new mics. They're not the best sounding mics, but they work.
they'll do for tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard that noise, didn't you?
Got my stepson a new axe, some guitar lessons.
Pretty dope ass guitar too. I mean, just for me in there fucking around on it, nice action.
Yeah.
You never know. He learns to play a guitar, he might use that action to get some action.
Yeah, he might be quite the lady slayer.
You never know.
Also, he might diddle him. I don't know.
You gotta start him young.
You too.
Gotta start him young. Hope everybody's doing fucking great. We're back again, obviously. I'm Lyle. That's Brandon.
It is Brandon.
We're here to just talk about bullshit and maybe actually talk about some goddamn video games for once.
Yeah. If just in case if our audio quality is unlistenable, let us know in chat.
Yeah, on chat.
I think it's good from what we could tell.
I'm actually equipped for chat tonight, so send us a message.
You know you should.
You know you should.
Gives
us wood.
So I don't have any kind of like news or anything because I've been studying. I got a big test coming up Wednesday.
I don't really have anything either. There's not really just.
I think we're not going to do a whole lot of news going forward. Like if something cool like the what was it? The
Coleco Chameleon.
Coleco Chameleon or the Mini Turbo.
Oh, now that is something that's got my fucking interest highly piqued. They're $100 though.
Well, that's not bad.
I don't know if that's like the general like retail price or if that's just what the website I looked at. But I want to get that fucking PC Engine one.
Yeah.
It looks so rad.
I really haven't looked into it much.
It's I need to look. I'm probably fucking wrong about this. So if somebody's listening and wants to correct me, by all means, I think it's got 35 of the original like Turbo Classics on it. Which, I mean, if you think about it, on its own would be worth it. Because other than emulation, I mean, how many fucking people you know that's actually got a TurboGrafx 16?
Right.
Other than me. But,
Thank you,
I mean, a lot of people.
I'm turning
That was
up our
such a
volume
douchey-
some, so he said our volume was low.
Okay. My phone went on the fritz, so I didn't see.
It's on the fritz. Let's go on left. Let's go on the right.
Okay, let me ask you something. On our chat, this is all I'm getting.
Well, see, you got a phone made for assholes. No, I don't know. I probably have to log you in on it or something. You could just go to twitch.tv and see it there.
Watch it.
You won't get any YouTube chat, but, no one's watching this on YouTube anyway.
People still use YouTube?
Yeah. That's still, like, the major platform.
Well, I was trying to be an asshole, and you just want to kind of show my parade. Thanks.
Yeah. It's showing up in the video, though, so at least that part's working. So anybody who watches the video from either platform can see the chat. Ooh.
Well, I'm logging on Twitch right now, so I can
You better
remedy
log
my...
on your chest.
Dude, I would love a good log on my chest. This guy likes good logs. I ain't got this lumberjack beard for nothing.
Chopping logs all day.
Ugh. So, hope everybody's doing well. I guess, kind of feel ill-prepared, but I don't think it really fucking matters because, if you're willing to spend a couple hours of your time looking and listening to us, sorry. I'm sorry. But thanks, for real. Okay, Jesus Christ, I got the fucking chat pulled up.
Yay. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way before I forget.
Yes.
We're bringing back the Lame Game giveaway. I don't know how often we're going to do it. Probably just,
Once every few episodes, maybe.
Yeah, as our, our dick moves and makes us feel like, oh, it's time for a Lame Game. But the next Lame Game giveaway for those watching, Shaq Fu. If you want this dirty old cocksucker, what should we do to give it away?
That's a good question.
Of course, me and Lie will defile the cartridge for you.
Yeah, we can put any customized detail that you want on there.
Mm-hmm.
One of our favorite ones that we did, and I feel like a piece of fucking shit for doing it, because let me tell you why. If you're listening and you're not a former listener, we did the good old, or Lame Game giveaway on Good Old Gamers podcast. And we gave away a copy of Castlevania 2 at one point, and it was Cancervania. And we had literally edited the cover. It was Cancervania 2, Simon's Chemo, or something like that. And my fucking dad gets diagnosed with cancer like 2 months after doing it. So I was like, well, that's my fault, probably. Trying to be funny in a dark world. I don't know. What did we do on the last Lame Game giveaways? What did they have to do to get those?
Fuck, I don't remember.
I think we just fucking were like, hey, you can have it. I don't remember. I'm not trying to look at my phone constantly. I'm just trying to
look at your phone constantly.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to fix it where I can actually read the fucking chat. Okay, it's the second one. There we go.
I
guess it's sounding a little bit.
Going forward, we're going to change up our times because we're trying to find something that works with our life. And I think we're going to start streaming Mondays at 7 from now on and releasing the audio on Thursdays.
It kind of works just because, with my music, my band schedule,
yeah.
I work Monday through Friday and Saturdays too occasionally, but, with my band schedule and shit, the majority of my time away from the podcast will be on the fucking weekend.
And plus, at least our weekends open for I can do shit with the kids or do board games or something,
I'm cold, dead, and alone, so that just gives me fucking a whole weekend to jerk off or try to drink myself to death. They both sound appealing to me at all times. That's just me though. Actually, okay. If you want to do the Lame Game giveaway, I'm just trying to fucking rack my brain for something unique. Now, I better not say that about get us banned from Twitch. I was going to say, first off, get a grudge against a lot of people you don't know. Second off, walk out in the public with, never mind. Don't take my advice. I don't know. How about, do you want to get dark with it or fun with it? I just kind of will be like, tell us the worst experience of your life where you wanted to die and the worst one wins the game.
It has to be funny too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Well, I using my lawnmower and cut my foot off. And now I get a check.
But if you used your lawnmower and fell and it cut your dick off, that's funny.
That's funny. I don't know. Maybe that's something we should have talked about beforehand.
maybe we should have done some preparation. Well, to be fair, we started
To
early.
be fair.
And then we're like, oh, fuck, the audio still sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we've literally spent
Better part of an hour or two.
trying to fix that shit. And I mean, that's why we didn't fucking record Saturday nights. We literally were ready to go live and realized we sounded like we were in a fucking can,
Yeah.
essentially.
I am going to get some new mics, and hopefully that remedies a lot of this. If nothing else, I'll turn this fucking mixer and get us one that's not made. Well, it's going to be one that's made in China, because fucking everything's made in China. But it'll be one with, like, some quality control. Where there's not birds or 12-year-olds running around putting it together.
I get the bowl of rice for putting together this new controller. God damn. People suck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about this? How about you tell us the most awkward fucking situation that you've been in pertaining to video games?
Was you beating your dick to Final Fantasy VII Tifa's tits
Well, who didn't?
and got caught?
Not I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything like that. No, that's just something. Because, I mean, awkward shit does happen while gaming.
Yeah.
You can't go to a fucking gaming convention now without getting cringes, like, fucking several times through it.
I miss when, like, the worst thing there was just smelly fat guys.
Yeah, dude. Like, the furry epidemic is a thing now. And then just, like, what irritates me, and this may be fucked up for me saying, but did you notice how this year there were a lot of people that you could tell were non-gamers there?
Yeah.
That irritates the fuck out of me.
It's
Like,
there
a
for
lot of it
attention.
was dudes and chicks, like, you know, couples that obviously didn't really have any interest. You could just tell, you know,
Yeah.
like that one couple we seen, those hipster motherfuckers literally just walk through there and look at shit every time I see them for 2 days. I didn't ever see them playing one thing. And I'm pretty sure it was like those Instagram follower motherfuckers like, oh, I'm pinballing it up. Pinball selfies. Don't even know how to fucking start a game of pinball, you know. That irritated me a lot.
Hashtag pinball life.
Which I noticed, man, a lot of that shit wasn't about video games this year. Like, pinball, board games, and all that shit.
Dude, the board games there have about taken over.
I love board games. Some of them are just like...
I didn't see one person there I wanted to play a board game with, I'll tell you that.
The stench of patchouli was so fucking strong in that main area. I was just like, man, if I wanted to smell this shit, I would go to, like, I don't know, Woodstock. I'd get a time machine
And
first.
so there's some cool look. Man, biggest disappointment there. We passed them a few times. Some guys there just playing a new board game they made. One of them has like a big rooster-looking mohawk going.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, and I think I mentioned to you a few times. That game was cool. I looked it up, and all the characters are like furry humanoid things. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm out.
Why do you want to play a board game that smells like sour milk?
Exactly.
I mean, come on. I'm checking my phone. Nobody said nothing else. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell
Send us your most awkward or embarrassing or funny story with gaming. End of the month, we'll decide who the fuck gets a defiled version of Shaq Fu. And mind you, it's already defiled because it's Shaq Fu.
It's Shaq Fu.
So, I mean, everybody's holding.
Mind
his
you,
hands
there are
up.
people that actually paid fucking money for the new one.
Yeah.
Shame on you, god
Yeah.
damn it. Shame on fucking you. Nathan Earl, if you're watching, I know you got it. Shame on you. Buying Shaq Fu. Man, you got a kid. Kids some fucking food. Buying Shaq Fu and shit.
I was like,
That's like leaving your kid in a hot car. Like,
probably would have been better.
probably. Just more enjoyment. Oh, and this is why we're sons of bitches.
Well, since we're kind of floundering, I'm gonna bring back kind of an old segment. You know, we used to do some music on here.
There's something a surprise. isn't
Yeah.
there?
So we're gonna start 2 guys, 1 song.
I like that.
Yeah. I got me a little tune from the Game Boy. Probably my favorite tune on all of the original Game Boy
God
games.
damn, I wish I had one lined up because I know that you said Game Boy, and I'm like, oh, I know my favorite Game Boy music of all time. Be on the next one.
This one comes from one of the first games released on it. Me and Lyle lovingly know it as Super Mario Land This Side Up.
Oh my God, you just made my heart flutter, Brandon.
The ending theme when he beat the game. Here we go.
Everybody listen to this in high def headphones. Ears are fucking bleeding right now. And I want to say, you fucking earned this music.
Yeah,
You fucking earned it.
you do. Melodic hook sounds almost like every fucking Take It Back Sunday song I've And
ever
something
heard.
I didn't know till I looked up who made this music. This guy went on to make the music for Earthbound.
Really?
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense because, you know, Earthbound's music's got that. Earthbound's music is like, you can fucking pick that out of like 1,000
Yeah.
video game songs because it's so quirky and fucking just its own thing, you know?
Yeah, it is.
And that, I didn't know that till you said that, but you can definitely tell that. Is that the melodies and that shit? It's got
Yeah,
them
it
definite,
is.
like, little quirky fucking hooks to it. Beautiful. Yes, indeed.
Well, we gotta talk about some video games. What have you been playing, man?
Well,
You've been playing something dreadful, haven't you?
I've been playing something real dreadful, and it's gonna get me into a little topic here. So, me and Brandon, what was it? Last Sunday when we went to Decatur.
Yeah.
Last Sunday, not yesterday, but the week before, we went to Decatur, and me and Brandon went out, did some game hunting and shit. And let me show you the treasure trove I found.
Warlock.
The funny thing about Warlock is, it says, beware the ultimate evil of Warlock. It should just say, beware the ultimate evil LJN and a fucking shitty video mark goddamn Lionsgate company presentation of a Super Nintendo game. Warlock. Like, that's what it should have fucking said. So, or Trimark, I'm sorry. Trimark Entertainment was known for making some of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I had a list pulled up, and it's all fucking.
They were
The Stoned Age was one of them. That stuck out to me as I remember that movie. It's all like shitty, fucking. I mean, a lot of them went to theaters, but it was like shit that just barely fucking went to theaters.
Is that the
you know?
Seven's Choice touchstone? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. But I've been playing Warlock, and as you can see, it's made by the dreaded LJN. Which people give them a lot of shit. Dude, there's some LJN games I fucking...
Maximum goddamn carnage.
Maximum
man.
Carnage. Dude, this might piss somebody off. Jaws. Jaws is one of my favorite fucking NES games. It's a piece of shit, but I love it. Nightmare on Elm Street's kind of decent once you actually get good at that game, you know. But I've been playing Warlock. Like I said, it's based on the shitty fucking. It's based on Warlock Armageddon, which came out in like '93, I think. Got fucking Julian Sands, which is, if you don't know who Julian Sands is,
He's the guy that always has
in
a
the
rum
game.
and coke in his hand, isn't it?
Yeah, no, wrong Julian. But he's in the game. Julian Sands, do you remember the movie Acrophobia?
No, I don't.
Or not Acrophobia. That's fear of like heights or some shit. Arachnophobia.
Yes.
With fucking Jeff Daniels and John Goodman. The guy that plays Warlock is the scientist at the beginning of that movie that brings the goddamn evil spider back to America. But anyways, the whole point of this game, it's essentially a shitty 90s ripoff of Avengers Endgame. Like, if you can do that.
Well,
like,
yeah, when was that comic made?
I guess it was around the same time.
The whole war of the
gems
yeah.
and shit. I guess it was 90s.
It was in
I'm
the 90s.
kind of out
I
of the
don't
loop
remember
on
when.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty early. If anybody listening could correct us on that, go for it. The thing about this game, woo, yeah. The thing about this game is you play as the good sorcerer. Fucking Warlock is essentially he works for the devil, and the whole fucking point of the thing, like even in the movie, is he steals these fucking 6 ruin stones, and like once he has all 6, you know, like it's just fucked. So all these fucking I don't know, like what would you call a satanic monk? Like
demonic monk,
some sort of pagan motherfuckers like knew that the fucking Warlock is going to take these 6 ruins. If he's got all 6 ruins, he can open a gate and allow Satan to come to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
But they hit all of them. So literally the whole point of the fucking game, and mind you, it's 2D side scroller, kind of in the vein. It makes me think a little bit of like a weird blend, level wise, Castlevania. Because some of the fucking levels are huge and just multifaceted. You're going everywhere.
Yeah.
Combat-wise, and you're going to love the fuck out of this, Brandon, makes me think a little bit, because this combat, to me, all that shit, it all factors in the controls on the game.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a fucking decent game if it had decent controls. But as is, it's kind of like a weird fucking blend of Castlevania and Chaikin, the Forever Man.
Okay.
Because some of the controls are very fucking loose in certain aspects, and then at the same time, they're very tight in others. Like, you got this little fucking ball that just floats around your head, and it's like this little phantasm spear kind of thing, and you can hit Y and use like a super attack and use that ball to flash around the screen and cause havoc, but it only stays so close to your character. So I mean, if you're over here and the enemy's over here, it don't do jack shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can shoot fucking Palpatine lightning out of your fingers and shit, and that's about it. Like, that's your fucking main attacks. The controls really fucking loose. Like, literally one of them things, you can barely tap right, and it's like the character's on ice. Almost, you know what I mean? Like, they got that slide to them. But it's aggravating as fuck. But it's one of those things, too, like, once you figure that shit out, it's playable.
Mm-hmm.
It's got boss battles. I've actually played through it and beat it yesterday. The boss battles, everything from like fucking harpies to like flying bat things to like there's like a demonic, I don't know, slug looking thing or some shit. And the joy of it is when you get to the end, and the Warlock, Julian Sands, he's a boss in it quite a bit. He's like one of the first bosses. And it's one of them things, like, if you figure out the fucking patterns on the bosses, gravy. Like, literally, it's like fucking 3 attacks, and they spawn in the exact same spots to these attacks every time. Like, the fucking Warlock, for example. He'll be over here and he'll just and shoot like a fucking lightning beam at you and then disappear and pop over here. But he fucking disappears and reappears in the exact same spots. And one cool thing about this game, as hard as it is, it takes a fuck ton to kill you. Like, your health fucking stays.
That's rare for back then.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of got like the Doom-style health meter, too. It's the dude's face, and the more damage you take, it ends up being a skeleton. He's like,
Starts looking like a screaming Gilbert Gottfried.
yeah. Or just like that dude that opened the goddamn Ark Covenant on fucking Raiders. Like, oh, just melt. You know, like, it's that kind of thing. But it's cool because, like I said, you literally can fucking take some damage and just keep trudging onward. And, I mean, it's one of them games, like, if you want to play through it and beat it, like, you're going to have to take your time with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, you do the boss battles. You fight the Warlock, like, a handful of times. At the end of the game, the final level, it's just like a fucking gnarly thing. Because I don't remember this happening in the movie at all. But Warlock just shows up, and he's like, I'm tired of fucking with you as a human. I'm Satan. And he just turns into a big goat-legged fucking devil. And it's easy as fuck to beat. Like, you literally just crouch and hit it a couple times, let it do you one hit of damage, hit it some more. And you do that shit so much, the devil fucks right the fuck off.
Hell yeah. Well, you know LJN is known for their movie accuracy in games.
I know they are. There were so many scenes in Jaws, the movie, where they're actually scuba diving and fucking fighting Jaws and little sharks straight on. You know. Quality. And there's so many Nightmare on Elm Street movies that were... Oh, I better shut the fuck up because there he is. I about fucked up. That's like my favorite horror movie. I was about to, look, there's so many Nightmare on Elm Street games where you have to go through and collect Freddy's bones. I was like, fuck, there he is. That's part 3. I have to fucking bury his bones in a goddamn consecrated grave or some shit. Oh, we get some chat?
Yeah, they said you're pretty lame.
Oh. Are y'all going to be offended if I blow my brains out on Twitch live today?
2 guys, 1 shell.
Yeah! Now we're talking. But this game also, too, it does that shitty thing. Like in the 90s, it tries to Ninja Gaiden itself, tries to be cinematic at the same time. But it's so fucking lame. Like, it literally, every cutscene you go to, if it's not Julian Sands, the Warlock, just me mugging you with like one hair blowing in the wind. It's like literally a fucking book that just opens. It's like, now with this rune stone, you can go for it. Here's the 4th rune stone. Now you can go for it. Oh, here's the 5th rune stone. Now you can go for it. Here's the 6th one. Fight the devil. God damn it. You know, like it just pretty much does that though. The music though, I will say some of the music on this game's pretty fucking metal, dude. Like, it's got that really weird, like, 3 melodies chained together at once kind of deal, overlaying. And it's supposed to be, like, I guess, like, creepy sounding, like horror movie. But it just sounds, a lot of that shit on that game, I'm like, dude, you put a fucking guitar and drums to that, it would fucking rule.
You want to bring some of that next week?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay, cool.
Show everybody what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, I mean... There's not a whole lot to really say about Warlock, though, because the level design, like, that's where I was saying it kind of gets Castlevania-ish. It's literally just, like, fucking multi-tiered levels that you just got to fucking work your way through. And honestly, it wouldn't be that terrible of a fucking game if the control was just a little bit better.
What kind of, like, basic bitch enemies does it have?
It's got, like, these little goblin looking things. There's like some fucking bat creatures. There's like these little dragon things. I don't know what the ghouls, goblins, and fucking dragons, but I'm gonna look up a picture. Some of the enemies I literally don't know what the fuck they are, but they look kind of fucking weird. Then you got, there's human enemies and shit too. Like,
oh yeah, Bud Miami Daniels here.
Holy shit!
The fuck's going on?
Miami Daniel. I'm coming back to Texas soon. I'd like to see you. He was a little sick last time we rolled through Dallas. I didn't get to hook up and all that shit.
I understand. I'm always sick.
Yeah, I'm just sick of life. That's just me. There's like human peasants in the game though.
You get to kill the
There's
peasants.
crows. There's crows. There's your fucking crow. There's rats. There's like these weird plant fucking things that kind of,
Plant you to death.
yeah, they look like a yeah. Basic shit though, like literally bats, wolves, little ghoulish creatures. Some of the boss battles, there's like this flying fucking snake looking thing. You fight the warlock like 3 times in human form. Goat legs is the final boss of the game. There's like a wizard that you fight at one point, like another sorcerer or some shit. There's like a hulking minotaur. Oh, that's something I did want to talk about. There's a mini game in it where a literal fucking minotaur like challenges you, and you turn into this green Blanca. If Blanca had a horse head, this is what you would look like.
So Blanca being a fairy.
Yeah, pretty
Fairy
much.
Blanca.
You end up in this fucking like arena fighting as this monster, and it changes the gameplay up just a little bit. It plays kind of like that particular part. What's that fucking Neo Geo game that was out where you play like the Godzilla style monster and it's a beat 'em up?
You talking about
King of
of
Monsters?
Monsters? Yeah.
Kind
I
of
love those
It
games.
kind of plays loosely like that at that point. You beat the fucking Minotaur though, and then you get like the 5th ruin, and you're like, well, 5 rocks in my pocket. The devil can suck it, you know. Then you get the 6th one, and you literally just go straight into.
Mhm.
I mean, it's literally pretty basic. Like, one funny fucking thing that cracked me up though is when you get all 6 ruins, it goes to this shitty animation of your character's going, and it plays this music that goes, "Ma," you know, like real fucking like epic religious sounding music, and it literally this dude just goes and holds his arm up, and it's just like this shitty fucking like mode 7 ring of gems floating around his head. He's just like, it's so fucking cheesy, but it kind of rules. And then when you beat the game, that's what he does too. He just stands at the feet of the dead devil and is like, it just lifts his fucking shitty mode 7 gems into the air.
Hell yeah, man.
It's okay though. Like, I mean, it was a fucking $10 purchase, so there's worse games you can get for $10.
Miami Daniel's torn between watching this live and saving it for the commute. I say do both.
Do it. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea actually.
Well, I've been on a quest to play every Dreamcast game released in the U.S.
Yes,
and
you
then
have.
maybe eventually every Dreamcast game released in the universe.
I don't think it would take much.
Well,
mean-
the quality of some of them, yes, it will.
Are you talking about playing through completely?
No, well,
Oh.
playing them to get enough to like know the game.
The ins and outs.
Yeah. All right. Well, the first game I played and I actually had some fun with it. It's Alien Front Online, released in 2001, made by I got its Wikipedia page. Well, made by WoW Entertainment, published by Sega. It was an online game for the Dreamcast, but you can play it offline. It is an arcade tank shooter. So it's got some pretty solid controls to it. It's basically aliens versus battle tanks. And the aliens have their own little tank versions. They have like a walker and a couple little flying craft things.
Mm-hmm.
Or like hovercraft type things. And there's like the arcade mode, which I don't think is possible to beat. Because I played it for quite a while. And it just like looped through the same locations all over the globe. So I don't know if... I think it just goes on forever till you get tired of it or quit.
Yeah. Kind of like Galaga or some shit.
But the goal is basically, it's all basically deathmatch mode. This might be like the quest to play every Steam
Yeah,
game.
I just read that.
Yeah. Anyway.
He'll die trying.
I would die trying. Anyways, you can play it online. I don't have a Dream Pie yet, so I can't play it online. But it is up and running on the Dream Pie. So
I had a Dream Pie at one point.
I had another kind of Dream Pie, and now I have a daughter.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I just have a bunch of regret.
Me too.
God damn.
Anyways, you get killed. You just simply respawn, and it's just like a timer with whoever gets the most kills. Aliens are the
Tanks.
Humans tanks. It is kind of a little bit biased towards aliens, and normally that wouldn't be a problem, except you can play as the aliens. So if you're playing online, people with the aliens kind of have a big advantage. But you get special like power up weapons, and the tanks mainly get shit like Hellfire rockets, and you get like a mini nuke and stuff.
Yeah.
But the aliens get this like crowd control shit where they like
some body snatcher shit, kind of like.
They use it on your tank. Your tank's like sitting there like floating up in the air, like just rotating this vortex while you're just easy shooting. Like you can't do anything except get shot at, and it lasts way too long. I've never survived one of those things while I was playing it. Even if there's only like one tank around, kind of hit me with a pea shooter. So that part was really frustrating. I'd rather just kill me instead of make me sit there and watch my slow demise.
Yeah, no shit. It's just like, I hope you wanted to watch yourself die of cancer over the course of 13 months. Fuck!
The arcade mode's simple and easy to get into. Then there was the story mode, which, from what I could gather, there's no story. Aliens are invading, and you're trying to de-invade them. Or if you can play as the aliens too, and you're just invading. It has really needlessly lengthy tutorials. Like the first 3 missions, I think, on either side are like, "Hey, run over these targets," and you got to do a shitload of them.
Never made it through the game. I fucking hate games with stupid lengthy tutorials.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I'm not a fan of it. And it's
I didn't even
basic
read
shit.
the fucking instruction manuals on my NES and SNES games as a kid. I threw that goddamn thing into my fucking console and booted it up and figured the shit out as I went.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I never learned how to play games like Populous or
Yeah.
Sim Earth, but they looked cool.
Yeah.
You know?
And the tutorials were made for like people who've never played video games. Like I said, the first one was use your controls to run over the targets, and it's like just using your joystick to steer around.
You hit the A button to make something do something. Hit the B button to make it do something else.
I think the second one is you got to shoot some shit, and the third one you like fight some basic bitch enemies. Then it goes from there. In the actual missions, you at least on the ones I played, I played the alien tutorial, and I played all the human shit plus a few missions into it. And the human side, anyways, and I'm assuming the alien side's the same because there's not a whole lot of creativity in this game. You're not allowed to die, but there is like a repair station for your tank. So you're in whatever, like the first real human mission, you're in like Siberia. You got to go take out some alien
Of course
tanks.
you're in fucking Siberia.
Yeah. You go take out some alien tanks, and pretty much you go like kill a couple tanks, go back and repair. Kill a couple tanks, go back and repair. So, I mean, single player is not that great. The arcade modes, you can have some fun here and there with it. I think it'd be pretty fucking fun online, though. So, I'm going to use my old rating system, Shitter the Shit. I'm going to say...
Oh my God, we're bringing back some fucking old school shit, dude.
I like how simple it is.
Shitter the Shit that wasn't even a part of like the last like what fucking 30, 40 episodes, something like that.
So I'm just going to use this as a rating system. So if you have a Dream Pie, play it online, it's the shit.
If you have a dream pie, don't let her down.
If you don't, and you just don't have a massive boner for arcade tank shooters, so I don't think anybody does, it'd be shit. I mean, I wouldn't recommend spending a whole lot of money. If you can get it for free or $5, worth it.
My favorite arcade tank shooter of all time is still Cyber Sled.
Never played that one.
I used to love. They released it on like PS1, but they used to have at Chuck E. Cheese like the Cyber Sled shit you sit down in. Fucking rules, dude.
I was a big fan of Battle Tanks on the N64.
Oh, Battle Tanks rule.
And this plays
too,
like almost exactly like Battle Tanks
does.
Except it's just not as robust as Battle Tanks was.
I think this is one I'll probably have to try my hand at then. That sounds. I ain't even heard of that shit.
Yeah, me either. Until I got every Dreamcast game on my SD card.
Don't say on your SD card. Just flaunt shit and be like every Dreamcast game that I own.
I also played. I haven't played that game enough to talk about. I played some D2. Have you ever heard of D2?
The horror game?
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I've never fucking played it. And a fun story is I actually used to own D on Sega Saturn. And like I got it from my friend at school, and it was so fucking scratched it did not work. So
well,
it was just one of them games that literally just... I'm probably pretty sure if it didn't get fucking nuked or melted, like I still
Well, if
have
it played anything like D2, you probably didn't miss much. D2 is fucking dreadful.
Funny, too, because D2 was just random video game fact for everybody. D2 was one of the first working titles on the 3DO successor that never came to be the M2. That's wrong. 3DO M2 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, that was one of the first working demos for a game they had on that console, and then it just never seen the light of day, and it ended up getting ported over to fucking Dreamcast.
There's so many like things on the game. It tried to do so much and failed like everything. It is part survival horror. It is part point and click. It is part first person shooter. And it does none of these things
Too many
well.
goddamn genres to be blending in for one.
It starts off, there's voice acting in the game, and it actually isn't bad. I'll give it credit there. The story is somewhat interesting. Like you're some lady in like a business skirt for some reason in Siberia or wherever you're at, and you walk around in the snow in a fucking skirt. And I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work. Like not in like almost
Your
sub-zero
lips
cold.
are freezing.
Yeah, you'd have some blue lips in that environment. Starts off, you wake up in this cabin. There's some lady in there with you, and she's all like, "Oh, you don't remember anything, deal." And all of a sudden, like this human busts in there, and he like morphs into they call it blooming. He morphs into this like plant creature, and
Spray it with fucking Roundup.
yeah. So it morphs into this plant creature. The lady who was in there with you picks up a shotgun and it just sits there and looks at it as this thing goes to like rape her mouth. Doesn't do shit about it.
But she picks up the shotgun.
Picks up the shotgun and just looks at it while like all of a sudden this tentacle slowly
Please
comes out.
don't fuck my face.
Pretty much. I mean, it was coming a mile away in more ways than one. This tentacle comes out and starts raping her face. And then some other guy busts in the cabin and shoots it. And it runs off. But anyways, your goal is to kind of like figure out what the fuck happened. So when you're in the cabin, when you're in any building, it is point and click mode. You kind of like
Ugh.
you can kind of maneuver.
That sounds so fucking unflattering right there. Like,
Yeah, you can maneuver around it, but again, it's just like okay, there's 4 set points you can go to in here, and you kind of maneuver to those points. And you can pick up some things, interact with some things. But once you're out in the outside world, you've got to you don't see any enemies at all. All of a sudden, they just pop up, and you go in first person shooter mode. You go from third person running around like Resident Evil style to first person shooter where you are stationary, and all you can do is turn your view around and shoot shit. And
dude, that sounds fucking dreadful.
it is not good at all. And there's no real like strategy to it. You just point the gun at things and shoot them. I mean, you'd think there'd be a little something like shoot the head or shoot the big plant thing. No, just shoot them. And it has like really, it almost sounds like porno music when you first encounter an enemy. It's just really weird sounding music to it. And when you beat an enemy and or level up, because there's levels in the game, and I did not figure out what the fuck leveling up actually did besides refill your life. It plays this little like shitty drum beat, just and it just has like blank, like this really basic ass like Arial font text come up on the screen. It's with like your experience meter. It says you leveled up. I'm like, you couldn't have done some kind of a GUI with it, like some kind of a picture or something. But no, that would have been too much work.
You gotta keep it simple.
Yeah.
Simple Jack.
And what else was there? To heal in the game, there are first aid kits you can pick up, but your main source of healing is hunting. You can kill like rabbits and caribou and shit, and you pop out a sniper rifle and shoot them in the head, and it's like you got 2 meats. And you supposedly have this like magic grill you carry around, and it just automatically cleans and cooks all your game, and you just eat the meat to heal up.
See, if real life was like a video game, every person I don't fucking enjoy, I'd walk around and shoot them in the face, and it just turned into like a little meat with 2 bones sticking out the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, score.
Fuck yeah, man. And I played a good bit, like probably at least 2 hours of it, trying to like figure out what the fuck to do. And I kind of figured out what I needed to do, but there's so much backtracking involved. I was like, fuck this. I haven't enjoyed like any of it so far.
Yeah.
So I ended up quitting. It's a 4-disc game. Woe be unto the person who's made it through all 4 discs. It's not that it was hard. It's that it
Wait,
was
D2 is a
dreadful.
4-disc game?
Yes.
It's a 4 GD-ROM, a 4 goddamn
Yes.
ROM game? Like,
4 discs.
ugh. Dude, that sounds fucking nightmarish.
It was. I'm hoping maybe the solid voice acting and sound quality maybe took up a lot of the space. I don't know, but in the area that I could explore was pretty small. It took a while to get anywhere, but like there's nothing to see in between. There's like basically 3 points of interest. So I give D2 is shit.
Really?
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. D2 shit. If you got it for free,
I'm assuming
try it.
D did well enough to warrant a fucking sequel. Like, D
I-
was a Saturn only game.
It might have done well
think-
enough just because it rode off the coattails of Resident Evil and
Well,
stuff
yeah,
like
because
that,
I mean,
Parasite
around
Eve.
the time D come out, that was like really the first fucking one of the first survival horror kind of games like that. And you look at the fucking Saturn. Saturn was a drought for survival horror. They had their port of like Resident Evil. And that was about it.
Yeah,
Like, no Silent Hills, no multiple Resident Evils, no Clock Tower, which is one of my favorite point-and-click survival horror games. I fucking love that game. And it's such a piece of shit, but it rules to me. Like,
and
Scissor
then
Man.
I started playing another game today. This time N64 games. I got that Multicart N64, the Bob Dole edition. It says it's like a
It's
not.
dead.
It's
Oh, it's dead.
I have to tell that story.
Yes.
But it's you know, everyone knows about the EverDrive. This is a knockoff EverDrive.
Yeah.
The ED64, erectile dysfunction 64.
You just got to put 2 pills in the back of it and it'll boot up.
Man, I think I paid like $50 or $60 on eBay with it. Came with a SD card with all the ROMs on it. So
That's
I mean,
all.
pretty
That's
solid.
fucking gnarly.
Only thing you have to remember is if you if you have a game that saves to the cart, you have to reset the game before you turn it off, or you won't save it. So like Ocarina of Time or something, you save it. If you just turn the game off, you lost it.
So
But if
you got to
turn-
save it and then reset it.
reset it before you would normally turn it off. Reset it, and the reason why is because I guess there's no way for the. I mean, it's like this with the normal EverDrive too. I think there's no way for it to know to actually write the shit to the SD card
Yeah.
before it powers down. But if you reset it, it gets the instructions to write it to the SD card.
Well, that's
blah,
not a terrible fucking
It's
thing,
not.
though,
I mean, considering you got every fucking game in existence and you have
for $60 fucking dollars.
yeah. Anyways, I started.
Anybody listen, send me a Turbo EverDrive. I'll tug on you ding dong forever.
EverDrive, you ding dong.
Yeah, you damn right.
I saw this thing. I didn't even know this was a game, and I had to play it just because it sounded so dreadful. And I was pretty correct. Blues Brothers 2000.
Okay. I want to pause right now because that is fucking weird.
Really?
I can show you on my phone history right now how weird of a motherfucker I am. Sometimes I get bored and I randomly Wikipedia shit. So I was like scrolling through a thing this morning and it showed Dan Aykroyd and it said something about Dan Aykroyd's like least favorite achievements or some shit like that. And then it showed a thing about John Belushi. And I swear to God, before I went to fucking work this morning, getting ready, out of boredom, sitting there, I Wikipedia'd Blues Brothers 2000. Just the fucking, I was like, I remember watching that movie, but it's one of the things I was like, I kind of wonder how the critics felt about that movie, as I know how I felt about it. And I got on fucking Wikipedia, looked it up, I was like, that's correct.
Well,
That's so fucking weird, though. There's a video game of that shit?
N64 video game. It is a 3D platformer. And you could tell.
That sounds goddamn awful. Because that movie is goddamn awful.
I am going to go ahead and give it its main plus. I had some good music on it. It was like Blues Brothers type music.
That's the only thing good about any of the Blues Brothers 2000.
Yeah.
The classic music that goes with it.
But it starts off, you are, God, it's been so long since Elwood, ain't that one of them?
Ed Wood. No.
Elwood.
Elwood, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said Ed Wood. I'm like, no, motherfucker, that's a director that made Plan 9 from Outer Space. Elwood. And I want to say, I mean, John Belushi don't matter. He's dead, but.
He's dead.
Oh.
He's dead.
I'm pretty sure his name was Jake.
Yeah, yep. Anyways,
Jake and
you
Elwood.
start off as Elwood, and you're in jail, and then he's like, oh, the Battle of Bands is in 2 days. We got to get there.
I just imagine you say that. You start off as Elwood, which is Dan Aykroyd. He's just like, hi, I'm Dan Aykroyd, destroyer of good comedy everywhere.
Believer in conspiracies and UFOs. And
You want some Crystal Skull vodka? But I'm sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, you start off as him, and like a cop comes in there. He's like, "Well, you're supposed to be getting out of jail today, but the evil warden don't want to let you go. But not all of his cops like him." And he drops off a key and leaves.
Of course, they're all
And
evil.
I had to look up when this game was actually released.
I hope it was 2003.
Probably. It heavily rips off Banjo-Kazooie in like the level format and what you got to do. You got to go around and collect shit to get progress, and it's all like really gimmicky semi puzzles.
Yeah.
It's got a form of combat where you just like you can walk up and try to punch people, but everybody in the prison raped me, as they should, I guess.
That's why people go to prison, right?
So yeah, I mean, you want to get raped, go to prison. I do it all the time.
Crystal Skull vodka. Enjoy you some.
Let's see. The controls really weren't bad. The camera sucked, but that was a real common thing for N64
Yeah.
3D platformers. So I ain't gonna strike it too
When
hard.
your goddamn console has a controller that has its own set of camera buttons on it, you know shit might get a little fucky somewhere along the line, man.
And that's about all I have to say about it. It might be okay if you really try to get into it.
Honest to Christ, I don't see you fucking sitting here for an hour talking about Blues Brothers 2000, the video game.
I was like, holy fuck, that's a game. I'm gonna try it.
That's so weird that you say that, though. I swear to God, I literally Wikipedia'd that shit out of fucking no reason other than my own sadness this morning. Like,
I'm feeling shitty, but at least I'm not Blues Brothers 2000.
yeah, at least I wasn't in that goddamn piece of shit. Like, what else you been playing? I mean, you're going through the whole goddamn library. You played a little more, hadn't you?
I've been doing a lot of studying here. So
Oh, yeah.
my other game I've been playing mostly, and I talked about it a little bit last time, is BattleTech on PC, it's a top-down isometric tactics type game.
It's an older game, right?
No, this is fairly new. But BattleTech is an old IP.
Is there old BattleTech games, though?
Yeah, it's the MechWarrior series.
Okay, that's right. Because I was gonna say, like, I got a Mac now, and I got on there and downloaded like a. I know I'm a faggot. I'm a fat ass gamer gonna get all the sex. But anyways, I downloaded like a classic PC game pack for Apple, and it's like 4 disc shit. It's everything from like Willy Beamish to Mech Warrior 1, 2, and 3, and Dungeon Keeper, a bunch of shit like that.
Yeah.
So I've got them. I haven't played them, but I'm assuming what you're playing is completely different.
It is, because it's a strategy game versus like the old MechWarrior games were first person
You're
shooters.
piloting a fucking mech.
Yeah. And they're badass. I love those games. A fucking Mac, Lyle.
Man, it was fucking gave to me after the fire. I still got a PC too, but yeah, it's a fucking Mac. Oh, I got skinny jeans too. And I'm now officially going to announce that I'm drinking kombucha. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, better be.
But yeah,
This French
a
apple
fucking
bagel for
Maclaw.
kombucha.
Yeah. It was a gift. It's mainly used for YouTube. And,
Porn.
yeah, that's about it. Two
And
types of videos, naked or not naked.
BattleTech, to get into, it does have a story where, like, it basically makes you feel like a small piece of shit, which I kind of like because I'm big, but I'm also a small piece of shit.
On the grand spectrum of
yeah,
things.
right. Like, there's this whole, the big section of the galaxy is colonized by humans, but you're in this little shithole part of it, and, like, this lady's hires you to help her out, then all of a sudden she gets fucked over for her little kingdom area of the galaxy.
Of course.
And you got to help her, like, reclaim. Anyways, very pretty in depth on, like, the min max and stuff. You can fully load out your mechs how you want to. You have your put PPCs on them, SRMs, LRMs, autocannons, all that kind of stuff. You load up your mech however you want. But I found, like, if you don't go with a really specific strategy, you're gonna get your ass raped pretty hard. It's
So you actually got to plan your shit out
Yeah.
a little bit.
I found what's best is have a couple, which of course in most MechWarrior games, heavier mechs the better. You start off with like some medium mechs and a small or two,
Yeah.
but eventually you do start getting heavier mechs. Like you get up to the heavy class and then eventually the assault class, which is like the heaviest. And so as you're going along, you want to kind of figure out what roles your crew members are going to be.
Mhm.
You can level them up in different ways. What get them better at? Like, are they better at heat management or better sharpshooters and stuff? So my strategy has been: I got one guy in a paper thin mech loaded up with long range missiles. He is my walking missile battery, and I have another guy in a fast mech. He goes around and he'll use his sensors to spot other mechs. So I'll spot them way out where they can't even fight back. Use my paper thin missile silo to just rain this puke fucking missiles on them, like hundreds of missiles at a time. Just puke missiles and cuckold them before they even knew what was
You
coming.
sound like a goddamn evil world dictator over there talking. I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, you've always been really fucking stupid good at video games, especially like strategic shit. We'll go back to talking about the goddamn Phoenix Down incident tonight. Like, we'll talk about that. But I just imagine if mechs were real and the world was that bad, you'd be like the most evil motherfucker on the planet. Like, and I would be happy to be in your ranks. Like, let's kill all the children first.
That way they won't get reinforcements in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. You got to plan ahead.
You
That's
do.
what you were talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, I use those two are my main go-to. I just fucking vomit missiles on people before they can even.
I put a cuckolding on them.
No, put a cuckolding on you too. I put a main fucking cuckolding on them.
Mech Warrior 2 Ghost Bear expansion was my favorite mech game.
Hell yeah, I played 2 and 3 a shitload back in the day.
I don't
Which-
think I played 1 or 2, but I know I've played 3 because I still got the big box copy of Mech Warrior 3.
3 also, I don't remember if 2 did, but 3 also had some decent online multiplayer. I remember playing that over dial-up.
I didn't have that fancy shit back in the
I was
day.
playing it against my friend Paul, and I always find the most cheese dick way to just abuse shit in games like that.
Uh-huh.
So I loaded.
Hence the Phoenix Down
Yeah.
incident.
So I loaded up my mech with ERPPCs, which were like the biggest, baddest laser weapons, long range laser weapons in that game.
Yeah.
But they heat you up so bad, like if you fire a full volley of them, you shut down and you're sitting duck. So what I would do, I loaded up my mech with nothing but ERPPCs and some jump jets. Found me a little lake that's set down in the valley. I would jump jet up in the air, look down, and fire an ungodly amount of ERPPCs on him, blow him the fuck up in one hit, and set back down and cool off. He'd respawn, do it again.
You're an evil motherfucker, dude.
It was great. He hated that shit. But
He's just like at home, like afterwards, after y'all get done playing, he like looks around, makes sure his parents out there, and he just rolls those sleeve up and pulls out a razor.
So yeah,
That's what I would do.
I've been cheesing dick in that series for quite a while.
You've been cheesing dick in every video game series in existence since you started playing.
I mean, that's how I beat Maximum Carnage. If you press select to swap between Spider-Man and Venom, once you get to that point, you have like maybe a half second of invincibility. Fucking,
What?
Yeah, because you flash for a second.
You cheesing motherfucker!
That's how I beat Carnage at the end. Every second, press select, switch over to Spider-Man and Venom, just wail on them while you're hardly taking any damage.
You bastard.
I'm not above from cheese dicking.
Well, speaking of cheese dicking, Final Fantasy VII. I mean, Mike, you've heard this story, I'm sure. But anybody else? Final Fantasy VII, first game I ever got for fucking PlayStation, right? Got it for Christmas with it. And that was at the point, didn't know you had to have a goddamn memory card to save the shit. So I literally left my PlayStation on for like a week. Get to a fucking a ghost boss on the first goddamn disc. This motherfucker comes to my house, and I'm just like, dude, I cannot figure out how to beat this fucking thing. And Brandon's like, it's a ghost. Throw a phoenix down on it. And I'm like, huh? He's like, you bring it back to life, you kill it. And I'm sitting there trying to fuck with his little ghost wisp things. He's got like 3 of them. Brandon, I've been doing this for a week. Brandon comes over to my house for fucking 1 hour and throws a phoenix. I threw a phoenix down on him. That motherfucker resurrected like Jesus rolling a rock back. Like,
You de-ghost him, and then he's just dead.
yeah. I mean, did you do the guy a favor, though? Technically, you brought him back to life.
But he's still dead.
That's kind of what Jesus does to us.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've been saved, but I feel more dead inside than I ever have. But yeah. Suplexing and Phoenix down in the ghost train is the epic part of my game. God damn it, I'm glad everybody's in on this fucking loop other than me. I don't even think I talked to you for a couple days after that. I was like, miffed.
But yeah, anyways, BattleTech.
Sorry.
It's fine, man. We're rolling with it. I'd recommend if you're into if you like XCOM games, that type, go with it.
BattleTech's also a board game, is it not?
Yeah, and a miniatures game. So in those miniature games, I ain't got the fucking time or patience for that shit.
You gotta paint them all before you can play the game.
Obviously.
You should have took that goddamn class a few weeks ago.
I should have, man. I don't know shit about
It's a
painting.
miniature painting.
Yeah, they couldn't afford the A, so it's this miniature.
Miniature painting.
Yeah, those games, they've got an insane amount of rules. You gotta like bust out a ruler to determine where in like cones of area of attack and shit. Like you have plastic pieces like, here's a 180 degree cone.
So you're pretty much playing fucking Risk with robots. Like,
yeah, it's the same with the Warhammer ones. Like, I mean, I've always wanted to, but at the same time, when I finally bought some Warhammer and started playing it, I'm like, man, it's like a Hero Clicks. Horror Clicks was good because it was simple.
I wanted they had that Nightmare on Elm Street Horror Clicks that I wanted so fucking bad, but
Horror Clicks was simplified, fast, fun. You had all kinds of badass horror characters. You had like aliens and predators and Nightmare on Elm Street and Cthulhu and all that. It was fun.
Jason and all that shit.
And I actually won me a tournament back in the day at Horror Clicks, so I was happy for that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hero Clicks, I tried to get into that a couple years ago.
I had a Hero Click set, and I just couldn't fucking do it.
It was too
I had like
many.
the Spider-Man Marvel set, and I was just like,
I bought the Guardians of the Galaxy set. I actually sold it for more than I bought it for, so that's cool.
hey, that's okay.
But
Reseller approaches.
it's just too many fucking abilities that you got to know, and there's some of them are so similar. I'm like, why aren't they just the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, I understand you're trying to be true to the comic, but it's not the fucking comic. It's a game. Focus on it being a game.
Games are supposed to make you have fun. Any game that I got to read a goddamn manual this fucking thick to play.
Any
I'm not
game
playing
where
it.
I have to get vaccinated 6 times before playing just to have enough autism to grasp it. Not for me. I'm sorry. I'm all about strategy games where I can cheese dick and stuff, but no.
Not where you gotta take a goddamn college course to learn how to
Yeah.
play a fucking video game.
I ain't got the time for it. But BattleTech though, I recommend it if you like XCOM games, anything like that, turn-based strategy games. It's fun. It's pretty brutal, but it is more forgiving than XCOM. XCOM's notorious for, your squad mates getting mopped out in a single shot, and
Yeah.
it'll put a cuckolding on you in a hurry. If you're like one classic thing from XCOM, you learn real quick. If you're in a building and you're on the second floor or something, and they throw a grenade,
You're just fucked.
you're fucked because your guys are going down to the first floor and they're going to take a fuck ton of fall damage plus grenade damage. You're dead.
Oh,
You're dead.
you're dead.
So it's more it's more forgiving because you are piloting mechs. They're a little more durable than a little asshole in a fucking Kevlar.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. A great value mech.
yeah.
Great value versus Clover Valley mechs.
So yeah, I've got BattleTech on Good Old Games because they run sales on there about like Steam. I'm getting where I like Good Old Games a lot more than Steam.
Really?
Yeah, it's because they have a lot more titles that I'm interested in, and they all like fucking anime fuck books. That's half of what's on Steam now is this anime fucking dating simulating games and shit. The Good Old Games is mostly the older games that I like, it seems like. And
Yeah.
I've encountered this shit on there that I didn't know I'd like and kind of discovered through there. Anyway, getting off topic. Yeah, I'd recommend BattleTech if you want that on PC.
We talking about mech games. This is something I kind of will just throw in there because I actually played it here recently too. Like I've had it forever, and I literally haven't fucking played it since I was like 15. Zone of the Enders, dude. Did you ever play that? The Hideo Kojima mech game on PS2.
Never played it.
Highly recommend you check it out. It kind of plays
What's
like
it called?
Zone of the Enders.
Okay.
I about said Virtual On because like it plays a lot like Virtual On, but it's in space. So a part of it plays like a shooter.
So it's more like Gundam then.
Yeah, it's pretty much Hideo Kojima's version of Gundam
Okay.
because the main kid is like a 14-year-old kid that just gets fucking dropped this mech, and he learns how to pilot. Like he's just naturally fitted to pilot this motherfucker. And like the company that built it's doing the whole, oh, you're great at doing what you do, come work for us. And he's like, no, and they're like, okay, we'll kill you then, like that kind of deal. And you
Okay.
end up taking them on, and it's got like shooting areas, and like it's got like a cosmic sword kind of thing, so it's got a little hack and slash element.
Yeah.
Some really crazy boss battles, and there's a second one I think called Zone of the Enders 2 or Zone of the Enders the Second Runner. I never played it, but the first one, dude, it's like a fucking $5-10 game on PS2, and I highly recommend it. And it's got that fucking, y'all know me, it's got that goddamn Metal Gear stamp on it. Like the same guy that did all the art for Metal Gear Solid, like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, did the art for Zone of the Enders. Like
Nice.
that, it looks like Metal Gear mechs, kind of pretty fucking rad. And I mean, it's got a pretty good story too. Hideo Kojima nails out on the head. That's something we could talk about a little bit. Have you seen any of the shit for Death Stranding?
No.
I've been kind of weirded out about it because, like they haven't really shown a whole lot. And the whole point of this game that they end up revealing is to unite people. Instead of killing a bunch of people and doing this and this, the world's been split up and people have just exiled themselves to certain things. So you use your little fucking cybernetic toolkit and shit, and you use it to like unite people. Like people are saying it's like a mixture of Metal Gear Solid, A Boy and His Blob, and like fucking like Minecraft kind of, because you gotta like build and do shit. But they said the story is fucking top notch. Like Norman Reedus is the main character, of course.
Yeah.
Fuck The Walking Dead, but he's in that. Fucking Mads Mikkelsen, the guy that played like fucking he's the dad in Rogue One, that the guy that designed the fucking Death Star.
Oh yeah.
And he played like Hannibal in the Hannibal TV series and
I
shit.
actually really don't like that guy.
I like
'Cause-
him in certain things.
Well, look,
I liked him as Hannibal in the TV series because that was kind of
I ain't gonna speak to his acting ability and stuff because I haven't really watched enough. Just every time he speaks, I just imagine like cocks is falling out of his mouth. Like he sounds like he just has a mouth full of dicks.
Oh, what a problem to have. But like, I can see that.
Yeah, that always pisses off Jamie. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's speaking with a bunch of cocks in his mouth. Like, fuck, he's gonna be on Marble Mouth. He's got cock mouth.
That's a problem to have. But it looks cool. It's Hideo Kojima. I mean, this is his first effort since fucking Metal Gear Phantom Pain. And I still got a real fucking...
Phantom pain from that.
Yeah. Dude. I'm sorry. You killed your own fucking series. You George Lucas the fuck out of your own series, man. Like, I know a lot of people like Phantom Pain. I just can't fucking do it.
To me, as convoluted as that storyline is, it seems like they really should have just wrapped it up years ago and like maybe started something else.
Honest
in the
to
same
God,
universe.
they should have done something different after Metal Gear 4 Guns of the Patriots, because that really does tie up all the fucking loose ends. Spoiler alert, you know, fucking Snake's got Fox Die. He gets fucking Fox Die in Metal Gear Solid, which is the reason in Metal Gear Solid 4 why Snake looks like an old man, and they call him Old Snake. He's actually like 40-something, but he looks like he's fucking 80 because that Fox Die is fucking working its magic on him.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of that game, spoiler alert, you know, like, the whole fucking point of the Metal Gear games is they've been trying to figure out Big Boss's shit, which that's who you play in Phantom Pain. It's like, you know, the prequel.
Mm-hmm.
It takes place between Snake Eater and Metal Gear Solid. Or Metal Gear. Excuse me. But, like, I don't... They foobarred it because they literally wrapped everything up, I felt, in 4. And I understand why they did a prequel, but all the shit they do in Phantom Pain makes that story so much more convoluted. And, like...
And it was already not an easy to follow thing.
No, not at all. And then part of the thing with Phantom Pain is, like, Kiefer Sutherland does the voice of Snake over David Hayter in that game. And that was my first thing. I'm like, David Hayter is fucking Snake and Big Boss. He did fucking Big Boss's voice in Snake Eater. Why is it different now? But you come to find out, you're playing a Snake the whole... They do the Raiden trick on you from Metal Gear 2. You're playing a Snake, Phantom Pain, and you get up to a point where you figure out, oh, this isn't Snake. Like, the real Snake got snuck out, and they took his body double and modified him so they would take him and not kill Big Boss. And it's just, I don't know. I just kind of felt like he worked himself in a corner on that one, which I know a lot of it, too, was Konami's bullshit. Because that game come out right at the time where he was like, fuck you, and left Konami. And they said Konami was trying to really fuck with a lot of the story element of where it wants to go. Because, I mean, you can beat Phantom Pain, and a lot of that game still does not make any goddamn sense. Because the fucking DLC and shit they had planned didn't come out.
Oh, okay.
And 2, they just put so much shit in it. They took away from just, like, tactical stealth espionage action that Metal Gear is known for. And they put, like, fucking base building and build your home base up and do all this. And I'm like, that's not what this fucking game's about.
That was about the time that fucking Fallout did the same thing, too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could not stand that shit in Fallout.
Well, the thing about the Metal Gear games I've always liked about them, like, there's very little fucking gameplay in them. It's mostly cinematic cutscenes. But the goddamn story for Metal Gear is what keeps you there, man. It's like watching a badass fucking 8-hour-long movie. You know?
Yeah.
And then Phantom Pain comes along. So, oh, it's got Kiefer Sutherland in it. It's got some licensed music from 80s bands nobody gives a goddamn fuck about. Bleh, you know,
I've never been big into Metal
dude.
Gear, but anytime, like, you hear these fucking weeboo assholes talk about how...
Metal Gear 1, 2, and 4 are the best ones, in my opinion. Snake Eater's good, but...
You hear these weeboo assholes, though, talk about how convoluted and hard to follow and how you have to have 800 IQ points to follow Ghost in the Shell. And I'll give you that. It's a very convoluted series, and you have to watch it all in sequence, or it don't make any sense. But I'm like, have you motherfuckers heard of Metal Gear?
Dude, there's shit in Metal Gear that Hideo Kojima ain't even told what the fuck means yet. Like the whole lolly-loo-lay-lo thing. I still don't understand what the fuck all that. It has something to do with the Patriots and all that, but you want to talk about convoluted? Fucking get into Metal Gear, or get into goddamn Zelda. Look at the timeline that Nintendo made every game. They're like, oh, we didn't know we had a timeline until we put a 30-second game out.
Yeah, each Zelda makes sense in its own right, but you try to tie them together. Just don't even try.
Oh, that's what pissed me off, man. The fucking Hyrule Historia come out, and I got that thing for my birthday that year, and that's the first official documented Zelda timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, they even tied the fucking 4 swords into the timeline. I'm like, you literally don't have to use every fucking game in the series to progress the timeline. Have some one-offs and shit.
Yeah.
Where's fucking Wanda Gamelon and all that shit on here? Like, where's the CDI Zelda shit? You want to tie goddamn 4 swords in and make it canon? Where's the fucking real bad shit, you know?
Where's the Saturday morning cartoon? Like,
Yeah. Excuse me, princess. Like, where's that shit at? Goddamn you, Nintendo.
yeah, it's just some of the shit. Like, I understand you putting games out. You don't have to time it. It don't have to be a universe. It don't have to be a Marvel universe. It can just be a fucking game.
The Zelda thing, too. This is what a lot of people don't realize. Zelda. The first one. Link saving Zelda. Adventure of Link, Zelda 2. Same Link, different Zelda. It's a fucking Zelda ancestor. It's been asleep for 100 years.
You tell me you're not playing as Zelda? I thought that was a character.
These people on Twitch about to see me reach over his table and slap the shit out of you. But, you know, and then, like, the only shit I ever got out of that, even when I was a kid, when I got Link to the Past, they were like, well, Link to the Past is 100 years before the events of the first Zelda. But I already knew that the second Adventure of Link had a different Zelda, but the same Link. And I'm like, how many goddamn Links and Zeldas are there, for
The only
fuck's
thing I got
sakes?
out of the Adventure of Link is an aneurysm. That's a...
The only thing cool I ever did about that game is, you know, my grandpa was a huge Zelda player.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're melted. And I haven't even dared put them in my fucking NES because my heart's going to be broke when I boot it up and it's not there.
Yeah.
But I had my grandpa's 2 Zelda games, and he had beat Zelda 1, and he never beat Zelda 2, and that was like the first thing I did when he passed away. I was like, fuck it. He had the save data he had played on it that was like halfway through. And I was like, I'm going to finish this motherfucker. And it was one of them things, like, my grandpa wasn't there, but he got to heard, if wherever he was, he heard me say some real fucky shit. Because I'm like, fuck this goddamn piece of fuck. I'd rather cut my cock off and throw it into the river and play this game. Fucking hate that. I'm a Zelda fan, and I fucking hate that
It's
game.
a fucking garbage game.
Well, that's exactly why, too, they never made another side-scrolling Zelda game.
Wasn't there an NPC named Error in that game? Because or something
Yeah,
like
I
that?
am Error.
Yeah.
I am Error. Ah, my phone fucked up. Mike just messages back. Because Konami sucks. David Hayter got screwed on that one. Hayter is in Bloodstained and Zangetsu. I did know that.
I didn't.
I'm a pretty big fan. I like Bloodstained. I've been jamming it hard. Thank you, Mike, for getting me hooked up with all that shit. by
Hell
the
yeah,
way.
man.
Fucking rules.
I'm going to have to eventually dip my toes into that.
It's good. For some reason, my chat just went down, so I can't see nothing again. I'm a loser.
What the fuck was I going to say? I just brain farted.
Could be interrupting you with my random shit.
It's okay. I had something, super entertaining. Not really.
You were going to tell the story about what happened to you last week at work.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday night.
So some may know, I work in the medical field now. I work many, many, many miles away in another state. Just to be clear, the names and locations of everything is changed and omitted.
Indeed.
So, I could just be making this up out of my ass.
I know you ain't,
legally distinct. That I could be making these up. These are a work of fiction, okay?
Disclaimer.
But anyways, in this fictional story, I'm telling you, of when I was working many
In my
miles away.
fictional job.
Yeah, my fictional job. I had a couple stories I wanted to share. One of them, I finally lost my patience with a patient, and I'm a guy of immense patience.
I can attest to
Many,
that.
many moons ago, I had the shortest fuse ever. So I remember fighting Clint over a fucking magazine.
I remember y'all beating the hell out of each other, and I'm just sitting there like, tards.
Yeah. But since then, I'm the stone that parts the river. I will wait and be patient with everyone, especially with people in the hospital, because I don't care.
They're not in the best shape to begin with.
Right. I don't care why they're there, what drugs they've done, whatever. You know, we've all been in shitty spots. I ain't there to judge. And I've gotten really good results. Well, okay, I will judge. But I ain't there to actively pass judgment on you I ain't there to be a dick to you.
Yeah.
Because one, who wants to go to the hospital? You're already in bad shape and someone's going to be a dick to you. No one wants to deal with that. And two, it makes my job a lot fucking easier just to fucking roll with it, you know?
Oh, yeah,
Patients
dude.
will cuss you and stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, I probably am an asshole, whatever. Whereas other techs and nurses will, like, argue back with them. Why? This person is on drugs or crazy. You can't argue them out of that. You
No.
cannot talk them out of being crazy. You can't talk them out of being drunk or on heroin or meth or whatever the fuck they're on. So just, roll with it. Laugh with it. Whatever.
Yeah.
And it usually makes shit go way smoother. I get complimented, oh, you're so nice to me. No one else is nice to me. Oh, okay, cool. Anyways, this one guy, drunk asshole, got in a wreck without seatbelt because he's a drunk asshole.
Yeah.
I go to get him. I take him all the way to my CAT scan table. Go to get him on the table. He hops off the table, runs, and just starts to whip his dick out to piss. I'm like, no, you're not doing that here. There's a bathroom right around the corner. Let's go. And about every 5 to 10 feet, he just stops, starts to whip his dick out to piss. I'm like, no, come on, follow me. Finally get him to go piss. We stagger back. We get back into the room. He goes to sit into my seat at the console. I'm like, no, you got to get a scan. Come on. Get him in there. He sits down on the table and just sits there. And I'm like, I got to have you laying down on the table to scan you. And he's like, I know. I got you, brother. I'm like, okay.
I don't fucking think you do, motherfucker.
And I finally get him laying down, and he's just rolling around, kicking, moaning. I can't scan him when you're moving. You got to stay still for that shit. So I get him back up, and I'm talking to him like, you got to stay still for this. He's like, I know. I said, okay, well, let's lay down again. I got you, brother. I know. And I finally, this is not when every fucking drunk, drugged out person.
Should have been a fucking full moon.
Yeah, every person that could have come to the hospital was coming there, and they were all waiting to get on my fucking CT table. So at that point, I lost my patience with this fucker. I knew I couldn't cuss him. I guess I probably could have, but you'll get fired for
Yeah.
doing. So I just kind of reached down in the depths of biblical hell. And I was like, he said, I got you, brother. I was like, no, sir, I don't think you do got me. This hospital is full with the weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth of patients all waiting to get on my fucking CAT scan table. And you're not only wasting my time or your time, you're wasting the time of every one of those people trying to get on here. Now get off of my bed. I'm taking you back to your room.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, what a fucking asshole,
Yeah.
though.
We eventually had to hold him down to do it. Like the doctor is threatening to knock him out and intubate him and shit. But
Yeah, I've been drunk before, but I've never been that. I mean, maybe I have. Don't remember it, but I don't think I've ever been that drunk where I'm just gotta go to the hospital and be a fucking dick to everybody in the hospital then.
yeah. And then
There was another one.
there's another one. I think this is more funny.
Because it involves death.
Yeah, it does. All right, well, me and Lyle kind of got a running joke. We should explain that first.
We should.
Nothing we came up with, and it's from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie.
Movie. Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, movie filmed for theirs or whatever.
Yeah.
We were in Atlanta 2 weeks ago for Southern Fried, and this got brought up.
Yeah.
So.
It's one of the earlier scenes in the movie where Shake and Frolic are playing. Well, Shake and Frolic are in Abraham Lincoln's house, and he's got like this Atari made out of wood.
Wood?
Shake's playing it, And Abraham Lincoln says, "Wow, you're great at that game, but your friend is terrible."
And he looks over at Frylock is fucking dead.
rotting and flies flying around. And Shake goes, "Oh, he's dead."
So, like, literally, that just turned into such a running goddamn joke for a few weeks. Every time something terrible happened, oh, it's dead.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
one of my routine things I got to do is I use a portable X-ray machine. I go up to the critical care unit where people are struggling for their life usually, and they're usually knocked out.
Dying.
They're dying. They're usually knocked out, so like they're intubated or they're on ventilators and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways, we're in there. I'm getting my X-ray board behind them. My partner is in there with me helping, and the machine starts beeping. You hear so many fucking beeps and noises in a hospital. You just start to tune shit out. So,
Oh, yeah.
and they call it alarm fatigue is what it is, and it's a real thing. Like,
Really?
You just hear shit beeping so much, you're like, it's probably unplugged or something, because that shit happens so fucking much. Lose connection here and there. You just kind of tune things
Well,
out.
then people even take the fucking things off their fingers that monitor
Yeah,
the heart
the
rate and
pulse
shit. That
oximeters.
beeps and shit,
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah, and I got to unplug them for every exam I take them into. So I hear it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So anyways, machine starts beeping. I don't think much of it at first. And she says, "What's that beeping?" And I look up at the monitor, fucking flatline. I look down at this patient, and I put my finger on his carotids. No fucking pulse. And I go, "Oh, he's dead." So then we call.
Oh, I hope somebody does that to me on my deathbed one day.
I was so happy, but at the same time, there's
Oh.
nobody there to appreciate it.
In spirit, I was there. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, we did call. The guy actually didn't die. He's probably dead now because that's the second time that night he had coded out. But
you'll have that.
yeah, got to do some CPR and stuff. Ain't nothing like feeling the cracking of ribs as you're pressing down on somebody.
Ooh, goddamn. You love every fucking minute of that shit, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, you
I was trying
sick,
to. I was
sadistic
trying to not
fuck.
laugh while I was doing it because I was thinking about he's dead.
I guess you gotta kind of have that fucking mentality working in a
Yeah,
hospital.
and
don't you?
honestly, like, and I'm
For real,
I'm sure
though,
this would
like-
apply to you. Just the shit we grew up watching, the fucking awful horror movies and shit. That shit does numb you to it.
Like I said last week, I had no goddamn business watching Total Recall and shit at fucking 7 and 8 years old, but I did it, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, like I
Still
remember when I
looking at
first
you,
went.
Universe,
when
for
I
my
went-
3-titty bitch.
I remember when I first went to surgery for X-ray school, and it's surgery. They were splayed open. You see all their
Everything.
bits and pieces in there, and I was like, they're pretty accurate on some of these movies. Whereas the other students are like passing out and freaking out.
I've seen one of those go flying across the room before.
Yeah. So
That's me though in a nutshell. I can handle fucking extreme gore and shit. Don't bother me. I've had blood of my enemies spilled on these fists.
Yeah.
Shit don't bother me. You see somebody pick their nose or fucking like dig in their ear, bleh, I'm gonna puke, dude. It's so fucking hard. Don't get it. I can watch entrails fly out of somebody's asshole at 9,000 miles an hour. I'm like, you blow your nose, fuck off. Fuck you. What do you think so far the nastiest fucking thing you've seen is? Other than just people shitting everywhere, I guess.
This
They
is
got
a
furry
semi-common
syndrome.
thing. Diabetic feet.
Ulcers on diabetic feet.
People come in there with fucking maggots coming out of their feet, dude. Yes. It's pretty rough, dude. when I go,
How do you not fucking realize for that long that something is wrong?
a lot of it are like old ass people who live by themselves, who cannot bend over to like clean their feet or anything, and their feet are numb because they're practically dead. So, and I don't know. I guess they just get desensitized to the smell. But I know something's coming up when I go to a ER room and they got like coffee filters filled to the brim with coffee, ground coffee in it.
to mask the
Mask the
fucking
smell.
smell. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude. That's for real?
That's for real, dude.
Fuck no, I couldn't do it. I'd be like, y'all. Oh, dude, no. Y'all's nasty ass feet is gone. Ah, god damn
Feet
it.
other than that, and I see all the time like fresh amputations on feet, like toes missing and stuff, because diabetic, it was dying, had to come off, and that's not. It's that the rotten shit that's the worst.
I imagine, dude, like,
I've
I've
seen-
smelled like rotted flesh before, and that fucking sickly sweet, like, there's, I mean, when you hear, like, oh, dudes from Vietnam talk about after they napalmed all them kids and shit, you know, like,
I think what gets me the worst
Ugh.
beyond that, because if I know what it is, I can kind of handle it. But what gets me is like I'll have someone on my CAT scan table and I'll get them out of there, and there'll be some mysterious fluid on the table. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Where did that come from?
like some random body drainage.
Yes.
Oh, my
So
God,
I'm like,
dude.
I'm just going to put on 6 pairs of gloves and get the bleach wipes out and clean this shit up. I have no clue where it came from.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, nah. Hats off to you. That's why you make that kind of money and deal with that bullshit. I am totally fine beating my dick and fixing sewing machines. Like, I am so not cleaning anybody's goddamn random body drainage.
Well, if it's bad enough, I'll call housekeeping. But if it's like a little bit here, you know.
this motherfucker's leaking fat all over his place. Y'all bring some Febreze.
Yeah, I went with Imogen instead of nursing. Nursing makes a little bit more money. Nurses have to wipe shit up. Not for me. I ain't doing it.
You can keep your motherfucking extra $4 or $5 an hour to clean that shit up. Literally. Like,
Yeah. I've rolled patients in the room and they shit the bed and I rolled them right back out to the ER. I got a present for y'all motherfuckers.
dude, what gets me is like, you know, people are all like amped up about all these hospital videos and shit now. What the fuck is up with people actually getting enjoyment out of watching like cyst removal videos and shit?
I don't get that.
Oh, it's so gratifying. I'm like, what is fucking gratifying about seeing somebody push 15 pounds of pus out of somebody's goddamn flesh? There ain't nothing cool about that
No.
shit. I'm pretty sure if my arm was like that, I'd be like, fuck it. Y'all just shoot me in the goddamn head. Like, I'm done living. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, Brandon. But without people like you, we wouldn't have anybody to take care of us.
Well, you're welcome, Lyle. The more you know.
The more you know. So, if anything on chat got said, my phone is being a
Alex
cuckolder.
asked if it says, you mean it wasn't video games that desensitized us to people? Mostly movies.
Honestly, yeah. Because some of my earliest not giving a fuck about the human body or condition movie shit come from, like, some pretty sadistic shit that I watched.
Yeah.
I'm like the only fucking 13-year-old that I knew at Valmont that had already watched, like, goddamn Guinea Pig 2, Flower of Flesh and Blood and shit. And the people say, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's a Japanese guy systematically taking a woman apart piece by piece, reading a poem. And they're like, fuck you. People start looking at you weird. I think the fact, too, that we've been desensitized the way we are is just fucking the way life is now.
Yeah, and the way, you know, our upbringing and stuff, because we had some old school parents who are like, just murder the fuck out of animals right in front of you. It's just like,
Oh, yeah,
right,
dude.
it's
Like,
just part of life.
that's the one thing about having the rednecky fucking parents, man. Like, I'll never forget one time. My dad was trying to be funny. And my dad's not like a sadistic. I mean, he'll kill the fuck out of an animal. Don't get me. They're coming right for us. Like, but, I mean, he'll kill deer. Fucking, I've seen him shoot wild dogs and shit. Like, but I mean, my dad. It's not like one of them things. Like, he's never shot
not
like a
dog
nice.
fighting
He's not
and
ever
shit.
shot like a nice animal. It's always been like a dog coming up barking or some shit like that. But he was outside cleaning his shotgun one day, and my dad used to have this like fucking 2-seater Toyota truck. When I was a kid, dude. I was like fucking, I don't know, 6 or 7. And my dad just cleaned that shotgun, and there's this random wild-ass tomcat. Like, they'd been trying to get rid of this cat for a while because it bit my brother a couple times. Just a mean-ass tomcat. It pissed on everything. Well, it was passed out of my dad's toolbox. My dad goes, I'm going to scare his cat off where he don't ever come back. And I remember him telling me that. My dad shot this shotgun straight up in the air, and that fucking cat, it scared it so bad, it face planted my dad's back windshield and went through it. Knocked the complete back windshield out of my dad's truck. My dad got so mad, and I had nightmares about that shit, and occasionally still do. He shot that cat a lot, and I just remember it laying in the bushes going, and I was like, oh my God, Dad. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck that. Just knock your $300 windshield out. There's 1,000 of them motherfuckers. There's only one windshield. Like, don't get me wrong, I love animals, but there ain't nothing more I hate than a shitty animal.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
like,
remember my dad was big into guns, and I was young enough. I told you this
your
story.
dad is the first person I ever coming to y'all's house is the first time I ever seen a desert eagle in my life. And your dad was like, that's a deagle. And I was like, what the fuck's deagle mean? Desert eagle. And I'm like, what is this? And your dad was like, you could blow a man in half with one shot off this. I just been like, I want one.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers like gold and silver like that goddamn long.
This was many years ago, early enough that I was using a BB gun, which tells you lots my dad starts me young with guns. So
Surprised you didn't have a goddamn AR when you were like 8.
it was a weak ass BB gun, and I was out trying to, I was shooting shit, and I saw a squirrel. I'm gonna kill this fucking squirrel. Shot it, hit it right in the head. BB gun did not have power enough to kill it. It just buried a BB up in its head, and the squirrel was like running around having a seizure. Now I yelled for my dad, and he comes out there. I don't even remember if he put on a fucking glove for this, but he picks up this fucking squirrel, walks over to this metal stairrail, and just starts beating its head on the stairrail until it's just a bloody fucking pulp left, still twitching and stuff. He's like, we'll put that in the freezer for later.
I suppose your dad takes a squirrel, hits it one time, he just puts it on the curb, just curb stomps it like every movie you've ever seen, just overkill.
I remember, this was years later, he had a 50 caliber black powder gun, and he used that thing to squirrel hunt. And I was like, what's the point? There's nothing
There's
left.
dust left. Like, there ain't even a fucking morsel of meat there anymore.
It's just exploding squirrels in the woods.
Have you ever eat a squirrel?
My grandma used to make squirrel dumplings.
Oh, I hate chicken dumplings so much, less with a squirrel in it.
Honestly, if you had a bowl of squirrel dumplings, chicken dumplings cooked the same way next to each
You can't
other,
tell the difference.
you couldn't tell the difference. So I'm like, what's the point? There's not much meat on a squirrel. You got to kill a fuck ton of them things if you want a meal out of it.
It's dark meat, right?
Yeah, I want to say it was dark.
I've never eat one. Like, I'm just the most wild, gamey, random animal I'll eat around here is like a rabbit. Rabbit meat's fucking good.
Frog legs are good.
I like frog legs, yeah. But it's neither here nor there.
Yep. Well, shit.
Anybody say anything else?
Yeah, Zombie Mike said, you suck cock.
I do?
Yeah.
That ain't what he said.
No, but that's what I'm saying he said.
Well, yeah. I mean, no.
I'm
glad you joined us tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's awesome.
It's good to know you're still kicking it.
Hell yeah.
I've still got 2 of your GameCube controllers. I need to get back to you somehow. They're sitting right over there.
You can mail them to him.
Yeah.
What is this postal system?
I don't know. I thought they were still using pigeons. And now I was trying to figure out if a pigeon could carry a GameCube controller.
But if you strap 15 pigeons to a GameCube controller.
But yeah, I could do it. Maybe an African swallow.
Maybe an eagle. If you can catch you some bald eagles to make deliveries with. Just saying.
He's saying Cheyenne would like those back. Yeah, I remember after that Game Fest, I messaged y'all, I think, or I might have said it on.
No, he didn't. He's a son of a bitch. He didn't say shit. He's
I
like, these are my GameCube controllers.
But yeah, I got a white one and a blue one right there. I ain't been used since Game Fest.
Well, there ain't been a Game Fest since the ripe old year of
17?
our Lord 2017, I think.
I miss that shit, but man, that's a whole lot of work to
We're
not-
going to do, I think we're going to do another one at some point. But I think it's going to be one of them things. I think we need to plan it out for months in
Yeah.
advance. Maybe even like pull in some other help and try to do something bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying it's a whole lot of work to like not to lose a little bit of money on, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun, but fuck.
That last one really got pretty rough though. Like, I mean, we lost a little last
A little
one,
bit
didn't
of
we?
money.
Not
Yeah.
much,
I think
but
like $50 each we lost. So I mean,
but just unloading that shit that night was fucking.
yeah.
Which, I mean, we had like Juice and Ricky and a couple other people
Yeah,
helping us.
yeah.
That was a big fucking help, but still.
I will say, whatever we do, as much as I would like to bring it, I'm not bringing my Iron Maiden pinball.
Oh fuck no! Hell no!
I ain't bringing my $6,000 or $5,000.
No. Hell to the no, dude. I'm sorry. I don't mind anybody coming to my house and playing some shit if I had it, but there ain't no fucking way I'd put something that much money out in public's hands.
No, I bring my arcade cab all day long because I know the in and out of it.
Because-
I can fix it easy. That pinball cab is a whole different story.
Well, too, and like if I owned a pinball table and had that motherfucker out on the floor for general public use, and I seen one asshole like that one dickweed we seen on fucking Willy Wonka, I'd knock his ass the fuck out. I'm like, there's no way you're going to be fucking elbow and knee dropping my goddamn $5,000 pinball table.
Yeah, it's
Like those motherfuckers at Southern Fried literally had already worn the fucking artwork off on the side of a $10,000 pinball machine.
yeah, it was ridiculous.
$10,000 and you out there just kicking it like it owes you fucking money. Like,
All to get a little bit of higher score, man. Fucking pinball gizzards.
jizzards.
Like I said, he was talking about his anathema trophy with Esperware today.
Very nice.
Yeah. Congrats! I forgot you were the one who won that shit.
I wonder if have they finished that?
I haven't kept, man, school's kept me
I
out of the
know.
loop so much. I have
Dude,
forgot
just-
all about it.
Just depression and life and wanting to die 90% of the time has kept me from enjoying anything I used to like. So
Look, if it's a release, I'm gonna end up buying it.
it was a fucking gnarly game. That
They
was
said
like
it's not out yet. Maybe next year. So
that was one of my favorite things. Is fuck, I don't remember the one dude's name, but me and him was talking. And he was asking me what I liked about the mechanics in that one part where you jump on the little. It's like a tree limb attached to a wire and ride down. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. I'm like, this makes me think of ActRaiser so hard. And he literally just looked at his partner and just grinned real big. He was like, I was hoping for that. And I was like, it fucking does, dude. And it rules. Like, ActRaiser is one of my favorite games of all time. So,
Mike's saying we should take a look at Wallachia, Reign of Dracula. I may have to do that.
I can do that. I'm all about some horror and Dracula.
Mm-hmm. I like me some Draculas.
Oh, yeah, man. Speaking of Dracula, like, there's a game on fucking SNES that my buddy told me I need to play the other day. It's called Nosferatu, and it's a goddamn beat 'em, like a horror beat 'em up. But he said it kind of plays like Prince of Persia.
Huh.
Like, it's got, like, traps and multifaceted shit. Like, it's not just straight beat 'em up. It's got a little
Yeah.
bit of the puzzle exploration elements. I'd never
Yeah.
played it, though, and I kind of want to give her a whirl.
Give her a whirl and talk about it on here, man.
Mm-hmm. I'll be more prepared next week. Today was just such a foodboard shitty day. I've just been kind of mentally scattered.
I hear you. Like I
Today.
said, I've been mainly studying for this MRI registry. It's $200 if I fail it. So I've been studying for that. Next week, if I pass it, I'm gonna have us a couple Cuban cigars in here. We're gonna light them fuckers up.
Fuck yeah, dude. We'll look pimp as fuck.
Overpaid fuck for them things, but
I might bring us some gold blazers to wear. I got so many of them.
need to wear suspenders and have a fog hat.
We all. I was thinking like the way you started suspender. I was thinking more along the lines of Orville Redenbacher
Oh,
that was seen. Hello, my hearty. Hello, my darling. Hello, my popcorn.
I can see Orville rocking some cigars.
Oh yeah. Big old bowl of popcorn and a little smoke. Shit.
It has a
He
big
knew what was
old
up.
big old tumor coming off his lip.
That's popcorn kernel. But since I can't see chat anymore, is Mike the only person watching?
I don't know.
Well, if anybody else is watching, Mike, you're included. What would you guys like to see from us? Like new content wise, or like? Because we're not doing the news. I mean, I'm pretty cool with like the way we're doing it, just like talking.
Yeah.
Instead of having all these segments, I like the shit.
Yeah.
I like the bringing that back, and the skits at the beginning. Of course, they're gonna stay there. I don't know. Just anything we can do to make our new improved podcast more new and improved, I guess.
Yeah, Mike's asking what the question was. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to see us do? Like,
Yeah.
Go.
Do you like the fact that you can actually see our ugly fucking faces for once now?
Yeah. One thing we had talked about doing, this wouldn't be like a podcast thing, but I got like a little roll around. Hey, it's to show us our nipples, or show him our nipples. So, woo!
Hey, nipple.
Hey, cool to have you watching, Cheyenne.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I'm sure she's seen a male nipple in her life.
I'm sure that she doesn't have eyes left in her fucking head anymore. She's probably sitting on the couch just...
But yeah, I made me a little like roll around battle station with an old CRT TV.
It's fucking gnarly.
With 4 game system setup. And, well, that makes sense. He said she's the one that asked for nips. Considering she was on episode 69 with us that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Full circle.
But anyways,
Full nipple.
well, I ended up buying one of those little like cube storage shelf things. It has 4 cubes in it. Put some caster wheels on the bottom. Put a CRT on top. Got that shit hooked up, ready to go, and I can wheel it everywhere.
Motherfucker's got his controllers and shit mounted on the sides of the TV.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
It's pretty fucking
But
gnarly.
I did that because I didn't really have a spot permanent I could put anything. So, but with that, I can wheel it in the closet somewhere and get it out of the way for company and stuff.
Yeah, it's easy just to break out. If
Yeah.
you want to fucking go in there and play some shit, you can just wheel it out of the closet.
Yeah, but I could get us a capture card and we could rock that fucking battle station right here.
That'd be fucking gnarly.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty fun. They both said, stream some games. And I thought about, too, this will take me being a little bit more competent, but I'm sure I can manage it. When we're talking about games, have some gameplay
Like
footage
video.
ready and just start throwing it in the corner on Twitch. So it won't have any sound coming from it because I don't want the audio podcast to suffer. But it'd be cool to have just some gameplay clips playing in the corner.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, we're new and improved. We're going to have to be doing all that shit.
That's a good idea, Mike. He said setting up Discord where people can like call into the show and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. I know something else I want to do is I want to get our shit on Spotify.
We're on Spotify.
We are?
Mm-hmm. I'll put us on Spotify.
Does it cost money to put shit on Spotify?
Nope.
I need to get Hexus on Spotify because we're not on there.
Well, I know it doesn't cost podcast money.
Artists,
I don't know about
I'm,
artists.
I'm pretty sure artists charge money. We're artists too, god damn it.
No, we're not. We're just like smearing shit on the wall and look at that.
Some fucking faggot would call that art.
Yeah.
Me? What about it?
What an asshole.
Well, I mean, you know, like, there's people that pay monkeys like $30,000 to fuck scribble on a page, and they're like, I'm deeply moved. It's art. And I'm like, that motherfucker thought he was wiping his ass. Like, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I think it's about time we wrap this thing up.
It's getting late. I work 10 hours a day, and you gotta go to work tonight.
Yep.
So being an adult sucks.
But yeah,
fucking
going
butts.
forward, I think we're going to start streaming Mondays at 7, releasing on Thursdays. So if you want to hear the new skit, it'll be on the audio version.
And I will say, I think everybody enjoy the new one.
I think
It's
so too.
pretty funny. The last one, the Kid X, god damn
That's
it.
fun. We'll eventually start bringing those in on Twitch, but
We gotta get some shit banked.
Yeah.
Call us and leave us a voicemail.
Do you got that number pulled
I
up?
fucking don't.
I don't
I
either.
was hoping you did.
I need to save it on my PC here.
My phone is fucking toast right now. We got a phone number. We just don't fucking know it.
It ain't as catchy as the last one, and that disappoints me.
Nah, it's not. But I mean, still, isn't it something 2G1C?
Yeah, it's
Like 7 something.
I think it's like 700 2G1C. It's a Las Vegas area code. I know that.
Look us up online. Like, it's on our fucking Facebook page. You can call us and berate us or just tell us good things. You can do what Miami Daniel's doing and actually get on the chat and chat with us.
Mike says, good show. Congrats to me on graduation. Thanks. Congrats to Lyle for not killing yourself.
Not from the lack of trying. Yet.
We'll make it. We'll stream it.
That would be cool. I will get that Schlossberg and chew her up.
Suck the bottom out of
You
it.
got him right. Tap that ass. Everybody,
Okay.
Old fucking guts here to get a realistic goddamn. Sorry. Hit the table.
702-900-2G1C. That's
Fuck yeah.
702-900-2412.
Call us, email us, Facebook us, do whatever it is you want to do. Y'all go out there and cut each other and see who's the prime victor for that fine ass copy of
I'm going to show that off again.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu. Way he's holding his hands there, I think we could probably put a pretty mean cock in his hand.
Oh, you know we will. I'm pretty sure I might do a little Photoshop on that. But hit us up. Let us know what you want to see. Thanks for tuning in. And there's something I want you to say to everybody before we go, because we need to sign it off like we always do. But there's something that you used to start the show with that you haven't really done yet.
Go fuck yourself, everyone.
And on that note, game motherfucking over, dude.
Game over, man.
And now the show is over, and you realize you left your baby in the car. It's Halo's hot raisin. You guys want cart, you guys want cart, you guys want cart. You guys want cart, you guys want cart, you guys want cart.
Fucking rules.
Bye, guys.
Later, y'all.